My name is Armando Velasquez, and I would like to welcome you on behalf of Forrest and Rebecca. Before we enter into the ceremony message, Forrest would like to share a couple things with you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Rebecca and I have been to a few weddings over the last year. Probably, what? How many? 12 weddings. And one thing that we see, and we wanted to do here today, was a lot of times you come to a wedding, and it seems like the guy up here is doing all the talking, and it steals from the two who are actually uniting. And so Rebecca and I both have a passion for you guys to know that this is something we're choosing and that we desire to do, and we want to explain to you guys why we're doing it. And so, first of all, she's not pregnant. I know it was a short engagement, but there's reasons behind that. So we are happy, and we are wanting to share our hearts with you guys. A lot of you guys don't really know our story and how we met, so that's kind of something we wanted to share with you guys. So I thought I would just tell you how we reunited. We grew up in the same neighborhood, in a sense. She lives here, I live in Lower Portuguese Bend, and her family would give us carpool rides with Nick Vaughn. And her and her sister were two little girls that Nick and I would pick on a lot. And we never really knew each other outside of that context. And so years went on, we didn't see each other throughout middle school or high school. She was always grades below me. And then I think another thing, my life's gone through a lot of transformation. I think a lot of people also might come here and haven't seen me in a long time, and you hear I'm a religious guy now, and I think that there's a lot of context behind that, and I've just seen too many things in my life that brought me to a place where I believe that there is a creator, and he does work things in crazy ways to bring people together and to bring us to know who he is. And so when my mom told me that Rebecca's dad had passed, I started praying for her, and I started praying for their family. I didn't know what to do because I hadn't seen them in so long. I wanted to take flowers to them. I wanted to take dinner, but I really didn't know them that well. So I asked that God would open a door and that God would bring us together somehow. And one day, crazily, I ran into her and her mom at Trader Joe's. I was working, and I told them that I would pray for them and that I was there for them, and I don't know. And that impacted her in some way. It seems so simple and little, but she was dating someone at the time. I was kind of looking around, and then I went to school the next week, and she was sitting right behind me in our English class. And I just shared with her kind of my life story and how God had changed my life and brought me to a place where partying and women didn't rule my life anymore, and how deep things of life, the big questions of life, were really what I cared about. And she was going through a similar transformation. Rebecca was raised in a Christian home, but she went into a party mode in college. And and we would just talk, and she shared with me that after her dad passed, that woke her up to a deeper reality, that there's more to life than just partying and having fun, and that life's big questions really are answered. And so we shared this common heart-throbbing love for God, and we started a little group together, a little Bible study group, and we hung out in just the context of friends for over a year. And through that, we just began to be really, really close friends. And then that's when I started having feelings for her, started flirting with her. She got confused. And then one night we were shopping for Eric's birthday present, and I told her how I felt, and she shared with me she had the same feelings. So from that moment on, we started dating 2.5 years ago, a little over 2.5 years ago. But that's the little story of how we met and we reconnected. I think one thing we do not want to do here is preach at you guys. I've been to a lot of weddings where it's religious and people feel like we're preaching at you, and that's not our intention here. We're just wanting to share our genuine heart belief and why we're doing this, and we're not trying to push this on anyone. We also want to ignite love in some of you whose love maybe is burnt out. We want you to come here and fall in love again. We want to inspire and give hope to all of you that this is real and that marriage is a beautiful, amazing thing. And so that's one of our goals here today, is just to inspire you guys to love deeply, to love one another, and that we could share that with you. So next, I went to my friend Max over here wedding, and he did a really fun thing that I wanted to do and Rebecca agreed to. Also, another thing you'll see at weddings is groomsmen and bridesmaids. A lot of times you guys don't really know them, so I'd like to share with you guys why I chose my groomsmen, and Rebecca wants to share with you why she chose her bridesmaids. Start with